hither, tripping hither, nobody knows why or whither. We must dance and we must sing round about our fairy. We are 80 little fairies, ever singing, ever dancing. We indulge in our fairies, in our fashion, most entrancing, most entrancing, most entrancing. Tripping thither, nobody knows why or whither.
It's all very well, but since our queen banished Iolanthe, fairy revels have not been what they were. Oh, Iolanthe was the life and soul of fairyland. Why, she wrote all our songs and arranged all our dances. We sing her songs and we trip her measures, but we don't enjoy ourselves.
To think that 25 years have elapsed since she was banished. What could she have done to deserve so a terrible a punishment?
Something awful! She married a mortal!
Is it injudicious to marry a mortal?
Injudicious? It strikes at the root of the whole fairy system. By all laws, the fairy who marries a mortal dies. But Iolanthe didn't die.
No! Because your queen, who loved her with a surpassing love, commuted her sentence to penal servitude for life, on condition that she left her husband without a word of explanation and never communicated with him again.
And that sentence of penal servitude she is now working out on her head at the bottom of that stream.
Yes, but when I banished her, I gave her all the pleasant places of the earth to dwell in. I'm sure I never intended that she should live at the bottom of a stream. It makes me perfectly wretched to think of the discomfort she must have undergone.
Think of the damp. And her chest was always delicate.
And the frogs! I never shall enjoy any peace of mind until I know why Iolanthe went to live among the frogs.
Then why not summon her and ask her?
Why? Because if I set eyes on her, I should forgive her at once.
Then why not forgive her? 25 years. It's a long time. Think how we loved her.
Loved her? What was your love to mine? Why, she was invaluable to me. Who taught me to curl myself inside a buttercup? Oh! Iolanthe. Who taught me to swing upon a cobweb? Oh! Iolanthe. Who taught me to dive into a dewdrop, to nestle in a nutshell, to gamble upon gossamer? Oh! Iolanthe!
She certainly did surprising things.
Oh, give her back to us, great queen, for your sake, if not for ours.
Oh, I should be strong, but I am weak. I should be marble, but I am clay. Her punishment has been heavier than I intended. I did not mean that she should go and live among the frogs. And, well, it shall be as you wish. It shall be as you wish. Iolanthe, from thy dark exile thou art summoned.
understand, but he doesn't even know of his father's existence. Oh. How old is he? 24. 24?
No one to look at you and think you had a son of 24. But that's one of the advantages of being immortal. We never grow old. Is he pretty?
He's extremely pretty. But he's inclined to be stout.
Oh. I see no objection to stoutness. In moderation.
And what is he?
He's an Arcadian shepherd, and he loves Phyllis, a Lord Chancellor.
A mere shepherd and he half a fairy?
He's a fairy down to the waist, but his legs are mortal.
Dear me!
I have no reason to suppose that I am more curious than other people, but I confess I should like to see a person who is fairy down to the waist, but whose legs are mortal.
That is easier, for here he comes.
Good morrow, good mother. Good mother, good morrow. By some means or other, pray banish your sorrow. With joy beyond telling, my bosom is swelling, so join in our measured expression of pleasure, for I'm to be married today, today. Yes, I'm to be married today.
Yes, he's to be married today, today. Yes, he's to be married today.
Then at last, the Lord Chancellor has given his consent to your marriage with his beautiful ward, Phyllis.
Not he indeed. To all my tearful prayers he answers me, a shepherd lad is no fit helpmate for a ward of Chancery. I stood in court, and there I sang him songs of Arcady with flageolet accompaniments. In vain. At first he seemed amused, so did the bar, but quickly weeding of my song and pipe, he bade me get out. A servile usher, then in crumpled bands and rusty bombazine, led me, still singing, into Chancery Lane. I'll go no more. I'll marry her today, and brave the upshot, be what it may. But who are these?
Strephon, rejoice with me. My queen has pardoned me.
Pardoned you, mother? This is good news indeed.
And these ladies are my beloved sisters.
Oh, your sisters? Then they are my aunts.
A pleasant piece of news for your bride on her wedding day.
Oh, hush. My bride knows nothing of my fairyhood. I dare not tell her lest it frighten her. She thinks me mortal and prefers me so.
Your fairyhood doesn't seem to have done you much good.
Much good? My dear aunt, it's the curse of my existence. What's the use of being half a fairy? My body can creep through a keyhole, but what's the good of that when my legs are left kicking behind? I can make myself invisible, down to the waist, but that's no good when my legs remain exposed to view. My brain is a fairy brain, but from the waist downward I'm a gibbering idiot. My upper half is immortal, but my lower half grows older every day, and someday or other must die of old age. What's to become of my upper half once I've buried my lower half, I really don't know.
But with a fairy brain, you should seek an intellectual sphere. Let me see. I have a borough or two at my disposal. Would you like to go into Parliament?
Fairy member. That would be delightful.
I'm afraid I should do no good there. You see, down to the waist, I'm a Tory of the most determined description, but my legs are a couple of confounded radicals, and on a division, they'd be sure to take me into the wrong lobby. You see, they're 2 to 1, which is a strong working majority.
Don't let that distress you. You shall be returned as a liberal conservative. And your leg shall be our peculiar care.
I see your majesty does not do things by halves.
No, we are fairies down to the feet. Fare thee well, attractive stranger.
Fare thee well, attractive stranger.
Shouldst thou be in doubt or danger, peril or perplexity, call us and we'll come to thee.
I call us and we'll come to thee. Tripping hither, nobody knows why or whither. We must now be taking wing to another fairy ring. Tripping hither, tripping thither. We must now be taking wing to another fairy Good morrow, good lover, good morrow. I pray thee discover, still purchase or borrow, some means of concealing the care you are feeling and drawing in a measure expressive of pleasure. For we to be married today. Yes, we're to be married today.
Yes, we are to be married today. Yes, we are to be married today. My Phyllis, and today we're to be made happy forever.
Well, we're to be married.
It's the same thing.
I suppose it is. But, oh, Strephon, I tremble at the step I'm taking. I believe it's penal servitude for life to marry a ward of court without the Lord Chancellor's consent. I shall be of age in 2 years. Don't you think you could wait 2 years?
2 years? Have you ever looked in the glass?
No, never.
Here, look at that, and tell me if you think it's rational to expect me to wait 2 years.
No! You're quite right. It's asking too much. One must be reasonable.
Besides, who knows what will happen in 2 years? Why, you might fall in love with the Lord Chancellor himself by that time.
Yes, he's a clean old gentleman.
As it is, half the House of Lords are sighing at your feet.
The House of Lords are certainly extremely attentive.
Attentive? I should think they were. Why did 25 liberal peers come down to shoot over your grass plot last autumn? It couldn't have been the sparrows. Why did 25 conservative peers come down to fish in your pond? Don't tell me it was the goldfish. No. Delays are dangerous, and if we are to marry, the sooner the better.
None shall part us from each other, one in life and death are we, moving all to one another. I to thee in thought
excellent, it has no kind of fault or flaw, and I, me lords, embody the law. The Constitutio Gardini, of pretty young wards in Chancery, are very agreeable girls, and none are over the age of 21. A pleasant occupation for a rather susceptible Chancellor. A pleasant occupation for a rather susceptible Chancellor. But though the compliment implied inflates me with legitimate pride, it nevertheless can't be denied that it has its inconvenient side. For I'm not so old and not so plain, and I'm quite prepared to marry again. But there'd be the deuce to pay in the lords if I fell in love with one of me wards. Hello? Which rather tries my temper for, I'm such a susceptible Chancellor. Which rather tries his temper for, he's such a susceptible Chancellor. And everyone who'd marry a ward must come to me for my accord, and in my court I sit all day, giving agreeable girls away. With one for him, and one for he, and one for you, and one for ye, and one for thou, hello, and one for thee. But never, oh one for me. It is exasperating for a highly susceptible Chancellor. It is exasperating for a highly susceptible Chancellor.
Of the day.
By all means. Phyllis, who is a ward of court, has so powerfully affected your lordships that you have appealed to me in a body to give her to whichever one of you she may think proper to select. And the noble lord has gone to her cottage to request her immediate attendance. You. Oh! It would be idle to deny that I myself have the misfortune to be singly attracted by this young person. My regard for her is rapidly undermining my constitution. 3 months ago, I was a stout man.
No!
Yes! I need say no more. If I could reconcile it with my duty, I should unhesitatingly award her to... myself. For I can conscientiously say that I know no man who is so well fitted to render her exceptionally happy.
Hear, hear.
But such an award would be open to misconstruction, and therefore, at whatever personal inconvenience, I waive my claim.
My lord, I desire on the part of this house to express its sincere sympathy with your lordship's most painful position.
I thank your lordships. The feelings of a Lord Chancellor who is in love with a ward of court are not to be envied. What is his position? Can he give his own consent to his own marriage with his own ward? Can he marry his own ward without his own consent? And if he marry his own ward without his own consent, can he commit himself for contempt of his own court? And if he commit himself for contempt of his own court, can he appear by counsel before himself to move for arrest of his own judgment?
I don't know.
Ah, my lords, it is indeed painful to have to sit upon a woolsack which is stuffed with such thorns as these.
My lord, I have much pleasure in announcing that I have succeeded in inducing the young person to present herself at the bar of this house.
Oh, Rapture,
I've grammar and spelling taught you, and third in behavior for 20. An average and slowly it's true. I've grammar and spelling taught you.
Of good composition and plenty, with God and behavior for 20, with God and behavior
for 20.
Though the views of the house have diverged on every conceivable motion, on questions of party unheard, in a frenzy of love and devotion, if you ask us distinctly to say what party we claim to belong to, we reply without doubt or delay, the party we're singing this song to. If you ask us distinctly to say, we reply without doubt or delay, the party we claim to belong to is the party we're singing this song to. The party we claim to belong to is the party we're singing this song to.
I'm very much pain to refuse, but I'll stick to my pipes and my tables. I can spell all the words I use, and my grammar is as good as my neighbours. As for birth, I was born like the rest. My behaviour is rustic but hearty, and I know where to turn for the best when I want to put in Iolanthe.
The mistake sure is none of the best. I suppose she was born like the rest. She knows where to look for a party when she wants a particular party. She knows where to look. given.
Yes, given.
And who has dared to brave our high displeasure, and thus defy our definite command?
Oh, 'tis I, young Strephon, mine this priceless treasure. Against the world, I claim my darling's hand. A shepherd
A shepherd he,
of Arcady,
of Arcady,
betrothed are we,
betrothed are they,
and means to be
espoused today. A shepherd he, of Arcady, a shepherd he, of Arcady, betrothed is he, and means to be espoused today.
Leave this flow was the sound of dagger, the movement of the stagger. In each heart, proud of being an Italy, let's depart, dignified and stately.
Let's depart, dignified and stately,
dignified and stately,
dignified and stately,
dignified and stately.
dignified and stately, dignified and stately. Though our hearts she's badly bruising, in another suit are choosing, let's pretend it's most amusing. Let's pretend it's most amusing. Ha ha ha, ha ha ha, ha ha ha, tantara, 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 ha 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 ha, tantara, tantara.
Now, sir, what excuse have you to offer for having disobeyed an order of the Court of Chancery?
My lord, I know no court of chancery. I go by nature's acts of parliament. The bees, the breeze, the seas, the rooks, the brooks, the gales, the vales, the fountains and the mountains cry. You love this maiden, take her, we command you. 'Tis writ in heaven by the bright barb dart that leaps forth into lurid light from each grim thundercloud, so that rain pours forth her sad and sodden sympathy. When chorused nature bids me take my love, shall I reply, nay, but a certain Chancellor forbids it?
Yes,
sir. You are England's Lord High Chancellor, but are you Chancellor of birds and trees, King of the winds and Prince of the thunderclouds?
No. It's a nice point. I don't know that I ever met it before. But my difficulty is that at the moment there is no evidence before the court that chorus nature has interested herself in the matter.
No evidence? You have my word for it. I tell you that she bade me take my love.
Ah, but me good sir, you mustn't tell us what she told you. It's not evidence. Now, an affidavit from a thunderstorm or a few words on oath from a heavy shower would meet with all the attention they deserve.
And have you the heart to apply the prosaic rules of evidence to a case which bubbles over with poetical emotion?
Distinctly. I have always kept my duty strictly before my eyes, and it's to that fact that I owe my advancement to my present distinguished position. Sit. went to the bar as a very young man, said I to myself, said I, I'll work on a new and original plan, said I to myself, said I. I'll never assume that a rogue or a thief is a gentleman worthy implicit belief, because his attorney has sent me a brief, said I to myself, said I. Ere I go into court, I will read my brief through, said I to myself, said I. And I'll never take work I'm unable to do, said I to myself, said I. My learned profession I'll never disgrace by taking a fee with a grin on my face when I haven't been there to attend to the case, said I to myself, said I. I'll never throw dust in a juryman's eye, said I to myself, said I. Or hoodwink a judge who is not otherwise, said I to myself, said I. Or assume that the witnesses summoned in force in Exchequer, Queen's Bench, Common Pleas, or divorce have perjured themselves as a matter of course, said I to myself, said I. In other professions in which men engage, said I to myself, said I, the army, the navy, the church, and the stage. Said I to myself, said I, professional license, if carried too far, your chance of promotion will certainly mar, and I fancy the rule might apply to the bar, said I to myself, said I.
From you just as I was on the point of making you my own. Oh, it's too much. It's too much.
Oh, my son in tears, and on his wedding day.
Oh, my wedding day. Oh, Mother, weep with me, for the law has interposed between us, and the Lord Chancellor has separated us forever.
The Lord Chancellor? Oh, if he did but know.
If he did but know what?
Remember, the Lord Chancellor has no power over you. You will have a fairy. You can defy him down to the waist.
Yes, but from the waist downward he can commit me to prison for years. Of what avails it that my body is free if my legs are working out 7 years penal servitude?
True, but take heart. Our queen has promised you her special protection. I shall go to her and lay a peculiar case before her.
My beloved mother, how can I repay the debt I owe you?
When darkly looms the day, and all is dull and grey, to chase the gloom away on the old call.
What was that?
I think I heard him say that on a rainy day, to while the time away, on her he'd call. We think we heard him say that on a rainy day, to while the time away, on her he'd call.
When tempests wreck thy bark, and toward is drear and dark, if thou shouldst need
after dark, inside St. James's Park, and give him one. We heard the minx remark, she meets him after dark, inside St. James's Park, and give him one.
The
Prospects not so bad, my heart so sore and sad, may very soon be glad as summer sun. For when the sky is dark, and tempest wreck has bark, if I should need an I should give him one, give him one, give him one.
Attend to me kindly, this lady's my mother.
This lady's his what?
This lady's my mother.
This lady's his what?
He says she's his mother. What means this mirth unseemly that shakes the listening earth?
The joke is good extremely, and justifies our mirth.
This gentleman is seen with a maid of 17, a taking of his dolce far niente, and wonders he'd achieve, for he asks us to believe she's his mother, and is nearly 25. Recollect yourself, I pray, and be careful what you say, as the ancient Romans said, festina lente. For I really do not see how so young a girl could be the mother of a man of 25.
My Lord, of evidence I have no dearth. She has been my mother from my birth. In babyhood upon her lap I'd lay, with infant food she'd moisten at my clay. Had she withheld the succor she supplied, by hunger quelled your Strephon might have died.
Had that refreshment been denied, indeed our Strephon might have died. Had that refreshment been denied, indeed our Strephon might have died. But as she's not his mother, it appears, why he's taught unnecessary tears, and by what laws should we so joyously rejoice because our Strephon did not die? Oh, rather let us pipe our eye, because our Strephon did not die. That's very true, let's pipe our eye, because our Strephon did not die.
Go to Regis one, forever we must part. To one of you, my lords, I give my heart.
Oh, rapture, be fearless. Oh,
love of our Lord they throne, for the love of a simple swain. But now that simple swains the true, with sorrowful heart I turn to you. Let's sing, waking, ringing. A sorrowful heart, so what to do? The riches and rank that you may fall, the only means you use. So the richest and the rankiest of you, my sorrowful heart shall choose. As none so noble, none so rich, as humble and lone and fine bitch. In my hand it's sinking, quaking, ringing. For one of you two, and I don't care which. To you I give my heart so rich.
To which?
I do not care. To you I yield, it is my doom.
To whom?
I'm not aware. I'm yours for life if you have choose.
To whom?
Your affair. I'll be a countess, I'm not.
Of what?
I do not care.
Lucky little lady, something's not just shady. Rank and single title, countess is the title. Yes, countess, countess, the title, the title. Not of what I'm not aware, not of what I'm not aware.
Can I inactive see my fortunes fade? No, no.
Oh, oh.
No, no.
Oh, oh.
Mighty protectress, hasten to my aid.
Tripipita, tripipita, nobody knows why you're with her. What you want us, we don't know, but you submit us, and so enter all the little fairies to their usual tripping measure. To oblige you all our careless, tell us, pray, what is your
The lady of my love has caught me talking to another.
Oh, fine, I'll step in his own.
I tell her very plainly that the lady is my mother.
Taradiddle, tong-a-ling.
She won't believe my sacred anti-class. We must be parted because on a career of double dealings I have started. And gives a hand to one of these and leave me broken-hearted.
Taradiddle, tong-a-ling.
A cruel one to separate two lovers from each other. You've done him an injustice, for the lady is his mother.
That female plastic service turn as well as any other. I didn't see her face, but if they fondled one another, and she's but 17, I don't believe it's was his mother. Taradiddle, tong-a-ling.
I have often had a use for a thoroughbred excuse of a sudden which is English for repented. But of all I've ever heard, this is much the most absurd, for she was 17 and he is 5 and 20.
If she is 17 and he is only 5 and 20, oh, fine, I'll step in his road.
Now listen, pray to me, for this paradox will be carried to nobody at all contradicente. Her age upon the date of his birth was -8. If she's 17 and he is 5 and 20.
If she is 17 and he is only 5 and 20.
To say she is his mother is an utter bit of folly. Oh, fine, a Strephon is a rogue. Perhaps his brain is addled and is very melancholy. Taradiddle, tong-a-ling. I wouldn't say a word that could be reckoned as injurious, but to find a mother younger than her son is very curious, and that's a kind of mother that is usually serious. Taradiddle, tong-a-ling.
Go away, madam, I should say, madam, you display, madam, shocking taste. It is rude, madam, to intrude, madam, with your brood, madam, brazen face. You come here, madam, interfere, madam, with the peer, madam, I am one. You're aware, madam, what you dare, madam, so take care, madam, and be gone.
Let us say, madam, I should say, madam, they display, madam, shocking taste. It is rude, madam, to allude, madam, to your brood, madam, brazen face. We don't fear, madam, any peer, madam, you're my dear, madam, this is one. They will stare, madam, unaware.
thunders in my armory of wonders.
Should they launch terrific wonders, oh, would they repent their blunders?
Go away, man, I should say, man, to display that shocking taste. It is rude, man, to allude, man, to your bird, man, in raising place. Go up here, man, go up here, man, go up here, man, going one. Go there, man, go there, man, go take care, man, go there, man, go take care. Go there, man, go there, so take care, man, be
respectful speech, your attitude to vary, your badinage so airy, your manner arbitrary, are out of place when face to face with an influential fairy.
We never knew we were talking to an influential fairy.
Plague on this vagary, I'm in a nice quandary of hasty tone with dames unknown. I ought to be more chary. It seems that she's a fairy from Anderson's library, and I took her for a proprietor of a ladies' seminary.
Took her for the proprietor of a ladies' seminary.
When next your houses do assemble, you may tremble.
Our wrath when gentlemen offend us is tremendous.
They meet who underrate our calling, doom appalling.
Take down our sentence as we speak it, and he shall wreak it.
Oh, spare us!
Henceforth Strephon cast away, crooks and pipes and ribbons so gay, flocks and heads that bleat and low, into Parliament you shall go.
Into Parliament we shall go. That's why our Supreme authority will command the large majority. Into Parliament, Parliament, Parliament we shall go. Into Parliament we shall go. Into Parliament, Parliament, Parliament we shall go. Into Parliament we shall go.
In the parliamentary hive, liberal or conservative, Whig or Tory, I don't know, but into Parliament you shall go.
Into Parliament we shall go. That's why our Supreme authority will command a large majority. Into Parliament, Parliament, Parliament we shall go. Into Parliament we shall go. Into Parliament, Parliament, Parliament he shall go. Into Parliament he shall go.
Every bill and every measure that may gratify his pleasure, though your fury it arouses, shall be passed by both your houses. You shall sit, if he sees reason, through the grouse and salmon season. He shall end the cherished rights you enjoy on Friday night.
and what that's French.
Lord, be silent, the words with these when
That word is French.
His speech and as before, I heard a vulgar pence.
A Latin word.
To fill with joy and madness, our no holy alloy.
Great remark.